Little did the enthusiasts who started what was a reliability trial to celebrate Queen Elizabeth II's coronation in 1953 know that they were the pioneers of what was to become one of the toughest internationally recognized rallies in the world. The event has a fascinating past, with competitors in the early years taking on what was then a marathon in cars that appeared unsuitable for the challenge, getting through the most atrocious of conditions. In 1963, the conditions were so bad that only 7 of the 84 starters completed the course to become known as the Magnificent Seven. Nick Nwiki and Paddy Cliff led the field, and they did it again in 1968, leading home the unsinkable 7. It took 20 years before an overseas crew won the event, with the honours going to Hanu Mikala and Gunnar Palm in 1972. Many drivers made their mark on the safari, including Joginder Singh. But holding the record for the most wins is Shaka Mehta.
This is just hard work the whole bloody way.
He took the crown 5 times, 4 of which were back-to-back. The longest safari was 6,000 kilometers run over 5 days. That was the Silver Jubilee event in 1977, which was won by Bjorn Valdegaard and Hans Torselius. 35 years later, the KCB Safari Rally joined the Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebrations, marking its 60th anniversary. Having evolved over time, the 2012 Safari was a far cry from its past, but it still remains one of the ultimate motoring challenges.
Whatever route we chose, we could not complete it. Either it was all bogey or washed away. And we would like to tell the competitors that it's going to be a tough rally.
This would have been no problem for Peter Hughes, who was not only one of the Magnificent Seven, but won the event outright in 1964, and now gives his support to the younger generation.
I hope this year's rally will be as tough as those legendary days. And I wish all the competitors the very best of luck for a safe and enjoyable safari.
The safari was an annual round in the World Rally Championship for 32 years, but as Colin McRae and Nicky Grist took the win on the event's 50th anniversary, WRC status was withdrawn. The following year, in 2003, KCB gave their support as the event continued to run as the toughest round of the FIA African Rally Championship. KCB have been staunch supporters ever since, and in 2012 was celebrating their 10th year at the helm.
Indeed, KCB, as East Africa's flagship banking establishment, has supported as title sponsor the Safari Rally over the last 10 years. And our cumulative investment in excess of 400 million shillings into this sport has been very much worthwhile.
In the weeks before the start, workshops all around the country were a hive of activity as cars were meticulously prepared. It was an opportunity to unveil new cars, join new teammates, but primarily it was the 4th round of the KCB Kenya National Rally Championship, and with bonus points up for grabs, everyone had high hopes.
I want to win the safari, that's what I want to do. It's my dream to win the safari, that's why we all started rallying.
The fight for us is amongst, let's say, the top 10 to try and make points, and that's, for us, that's the safari.
It's something you want to definitely have under your belt. We've led it, broken down, retired in the first stage last year. Hopefully it's better this year.
So yeah, I mean, of course we should be able to win it. It's just whether you have the luck on the day.
The dream of any rally driver is to actually win the safari.
It was also the 4th round of the 2012 African Rally Championship, attracting the leading contenders, including Giancarlo Davite from Rwanda, who needed to snatch points away from the championship leader Mohamed Essa from Zambia.
Hello. Well, the plan is to go ahead of him. So if he's pushing very hard, I'm pushing very hard as well. So it all depends on what he does. But the plan is to keep ahead of him.
76 cars were entered, and once all were in place at the Kenyatta International Conference Center, the crews soaked up the atmosphere, putting on hold what lay ahead.
Today, It is the ultimate test of toughness, speed, precision, endurance, and resilience of both drivers and the cars they drive, and continues to capture the imagination of every young child who aspires to be a rally driver or navigator one day.
The reigning Kenyan national champions, Ian Duncan and Amos Lach, had been drawn to lead the field, setting off for the 3 days of rallying. The competition started immediately with a 1-kilometer spectator stage at Uhuru Park, a venue normally reserved for national occasions. The course comprised short sprints between tight turns around obstacles, giving the drivers the opportunity to display their skill, although the loudest cheers went to those who got it all wrong. Most crews got round unscathed, but there was the kudos of setting the quickest time, and this went to Alistair Cavan and Gavin Lawrence, who were fastest by 1 second. The stage was only competitive on day 1, and the cars returned to the KICC, where they were held overnight for the rally proper the following day.